I'm Scott Siegel, and welcome to the 11th edition of the Great American Songbook Concert Series. I've got a rich variety of performances for you in this show, so I'm going to get right to it, starting with a song from the Tony Award-winning Best Musical Big River. It's a relatively short number, but it could not be more appropriate to America today. It'll be joyfully performed by two Broadway stars. One of them has been on Broadway at 42nd Street and on film in The Producers. The other has been in 6 Broadway shows, among them Hello, Dolly, Shuffle Along, not to mention winning the Astaire Award 3 times. Here are Jeremy Benton and Phillip Attamore.
I see the same stars through my window that you see through yours, but we're worlds apart, worlds apart.
And I see the sunrise in your eyes that you see in mine,
but we're worlds apart, worlds apart. Just like the earth, just like the sun, 2 worlds together are better than one. I see the friendship in your eyes, but you see in mine, but we're worlds apart, worlds apart. I see the friendship in your eyes that you see in mine, but we're worlds apart, worlds apart, but we're worlds apart, worlds apart.
What a wonderful welcome to our show. Thank you, Jeremy and Phillip. Love it. Well, that was mighty upbeat. And in the face of our COVID crisis, we're trying to be upbeat as well, despite the fact that for the foreseeable future, stage actors and nightclub performers will be the very last people to go back to work. I'm being upbeat because more and more there are ways to help our performers. And I'm proud to say that the series has been a pioneer in that effort because since I started it 5 months ago, our performers have been getting paid to perform. I set up a GoFundMe campaign to raise money to support our artists, and the response has been extraordinary. So far, more than 250 people, just like you, have contributed sums large and small, many of them multiple times, to make it possible to pay the performers, musicians, and others who make this series possible. They are the producers of the Great American Songbook Concert Series, and you'll see them credited as producers, every one of them, at the end of our show. In addition, a generous couple, Tom and Maren Hood, established a matching fund for all donations to this series. We reached their cap, and then they were even more generous, extending that cap by another $5,000. So if you donate now, your donation will continue to be automatically doubled. With this matching fund, we hope to build a solid foundation that will underwrite this series, ensuring that we can keep it alive and continue to pay performers for their work. And everyone who donates becomes a producer of the series. All you have to do is go to GoFundMe.com and search for Pay American Songbook Singers - Matching Fund. Click on that and donate, and just like that, you're a producer. You'll see the information for donating to the matching fund every now and then on your screen, but only when I'm talking, never during anyone's performance. They'll just be gentle reminders. But let me tell you now, not so gently, that we really need your help. This matching fund is a great gift, but it means absolutely nothing if there's nothing to match. So please give these performers some help. Thank you. And now back to our show. Our next performer was launched into her career from the stage of Town Hall in our now legendary Broadway's Rising Stars concert series. She was immediately cast in Lin-Manuel Miranda's In the Heights, and then she went from one production of that show after another. And she's also now a YouTube star in her own right, singing one of the most famous songs from In the Heights. Here is Didi Romero.
This is my street. I smile at the faces I've known all my life. They regard me with pride, and everyone's sweet. They say you're going places, so how can I say that while I was away I had so much to hide? Hey guys, it's me, biggest disappointment, you know. The kid couldn't hack it, she's back and she's walking real slow. Welcome home, just breathe. Just breathe. As a radio plays forgotten boleros, I think of the days when this city was mine. I remember the praise like te adoro, te quiero. The neighborhood waved and said, Nina, be brave and you're gonna be fine. Well, baby, it's me, but it all seems like lifetime to go. So what do I say to these faces that I used to know? Hey, I'm home. Hey, they're not worried about me. They are all counting on me to succeed. I am the one who made it out, the one who always made the grade. Well, maybe I should have just stayed up. When I was a child, I stayed wide awake, climbed to the highest place on every fire escape, restless to climb. I got every scholarship, saved every dollar. The first to go to college, and I tell them I'm coming back home. Rise up, just me and the GWB. I said, GWB, what'll you be? Straighten the spine, smile for the neighbors. Everything's fine, everything's cool. The standard reply, lots of tests, lots of papers. Smile, wave goodbye, and pray to the sky. Oh God, what will my parents say? Can I go in there and say, I know that I'm letting you stay? Just
What a talented young woman. Thank you, Didi. And as long as we're talking about young stars that blossomed out of our Broadway's Rising Stars concerts at Town Hall, how about this young woman who had a featured role in the opening night cast on Broadway as Carole King's best friend in Beautiful the Musical? And she also understudied Jessie Mueller, who won the Tony Award for playing Carole King. A young star went on in the starring role more than 30 times. She then moved to England, where she co-starred as Mabel in Mac and Mabel with famed English musical theater star Michael Ball. Singing one of the songs she performed on Broadway in Beautiful, here is Rebecca LaChance.
Make your mind completely. You give your love
So much warmth and beauty in that performance. Thank you, Rebecca. Now our next song comes from the iconic American musical theater classic, Oklahoma. And it so happens that decades later, our next star performed this same song on Broadway in a critically acclaimed revue, A Grand Night for Singing. He's always been a favorite of mine, so much so that I cast him in the very first Broadway by the Year concert at Town Hall 20 years ago. He's a Drama Desk nominee who, for trivia lovers, was also for years the voice of the leprechaun for Lucky Charms cereal. The performance you're about to see underscores our new quarantine relationships. Here is Jason Graae.
It's Alex Rybeck. When I take you out tonight with me, Murray, here's the way it's gonna be. You will sit behind a team of snow-white horses in the slickest gig you ever see. Chicks and ducks and geese better scurry when I take you out in the Surrey. When I take you out, little Murray, with the fringe on top. Watch that fringe and see how it flutters when I drive them high-stepping strutters. Nosy pokes will peek through the shutters and their eyes will pop. The wheels are yellow, the upholstery's brown, the dashboard's genuine leather. With isoglass curtains you can roll right down in case there's a change in the weather. Two bright side lights winking and blinking, ain't no finer rig I'm a-thinking. You can keep your rig if you're thinking that I care to swap for that shiny little Surrey with a fringe on the top. Would you say the fringe was made of silk? Murray wouldn't have no other kind but silk. Has it really got a team of snow-white horses? One's like snow, the other's more like milk. How about that? All the world will fly in a flurry when I take you out, little Murray. When I take you out in the Surrey with a fringe on top. When we hit that road hell for leather, cats and dogs will dance in the heather. Birds and frogs will sing all together and the toads will hop. The wind will whistle as we rattle along. The cows will moo in the clover. The river will ripple out a whispered song and whisper it over and over. Don't you wish you'd go on forever? Don't you wish you'd go on forever? Don't you wish you'd go on forever? And it never stop in that shiny little Surrey with a fringe on the top. Are you comfy? I can see the stars getting blurry when we ride back home in the Surrey. Riding slowly home, little Murray with a fringe on top. I can feel the day getting older, feel a sleepy head near my shoulder, nodding, drooping close to my shoulder, till it falls kerplop. The sun is swimming on the rim of a hill, the moon is taking a header, and just as I'm thinking all the earth is still, a lark will wake up in the meadow. Hush, you bird, my puppy's a-sleepin', maybe got a dream worth a-keepin'. Whoa, you team, and just keep a-creepin' at a slow clip, clop. Don't you hurry, little Murray, in the Surrey with a fringe on the top.
As my wife Barbara said, Murray is adorable, but Jason is more adorable. But I do think that Murray's yawn at the end was a last-ditch effort on his part to steal the show. Now, this next song you're going to hear is from 110 in the Shade, a musical based on N. Richard Nash's The Rainmaker, the story of a man named Starbuck, a woman named Lizzie, and a drought that seemed like it would never end. It had been made into a movie in 1956 with Burt Lancaster as the charismatic conman who promises rain to drought-stricken farmers and love to a lonely aging spinster played by Katharine Hepburn. 110 in the Shade was written by Tom Jones and Harvey Schmidt. It was their first Broadway musical, and it came on the heels of their downtown success with the Fantastics. In the course of writing 110 in the Shade, Jones and Schmidt actually wrote 114 songs before they even started rehearsing, and they wrote 3 more on the road. They should have called it 117 in the Shade. This next song, which belongs to Lizzie in the musical, will be performed by a young woman who started in musical theater before becoming a rocker, and as a favor to me, she has returned to her musical theater roots. Here is Emily Iaquinta.
Not all dreams are great big dreams. Some people's dreams are small. Not all dreams have to have a golden fleece or any kind of fleece at all. My dreams, like my name, are very plain. No shiny knight must kneel. My dreams, like my name, are very plain, but nevertheless, they're real. They're all so very real. Simple little things, all I want are simple little things. All I need is someone beside me to have and to hold, someone to love me as we grow older. Simple little things, simple little dreams will do. Lizzie is my blue shirt pressed. Lizzie kinda scratched between my shoulder blades. Lizzie, are the children all in bed? That's what he'll say. I'll say, my husband. Simple little things, all I want are simple little things. All I need is someone beside me to have and to hold, someone to love me as we grow older. Simple little things, simple little dreams will do. Lizzie, Lizzie. Simple little things.
What a delicate, poignant performance by Emily Iaquinta. Rock and roll's gain is musical theater's loss. And speaking of other genres besides musical theater, our next performer is from the folk music scene, where she's been a singer-songwriter star for decades. She has 25 albums so far, and this is a deeply personal song she wrote that has universal meaning. It's called Until That Day. Here is Christine Lavin.
Now, I live on the Lower East Side, and out my window is the Manhattan Bridge, and every 7 minutes a subway goes by. And one day I was watching the subway go by, and it brought me back to a story, a true story about my family. So here we go. My parents met on the New York City subway. Back before World War II, Dad said, "Aren't you one of Judge Crawford's daughters?" Mom said, "How do you do?" That's how the conversation started. Above the clickety-clack, on a train from the Bronx to Manhattan, with two 20-somethings began to chat. Until that day, what can I say? They were two young commuters, long before they were computers. Until that day, what can I say? Stars align when love is kindly on display. First thing they did after they married was to move north, 50 miles up, to live the life bucolic. They were drinking from the Lavin cup. Babies came one after another, after another, after another, after another, after another. I am the fourth of 9. They did the best that they knew how to keep us kids in line. It was never easy in a family that size. Thank God for our black Labrador Spanky, with his gentle, trusting eyes. Sometimes Spanky was the only one in the house to be loved by everyone unconditionally. My oldest sister went to nursing school. My oldest brothers were college bound. Soon I was 2, though for much of that time I was lost, until I found that music gave me purpose. So I saved every dime till I could quit my day job, though it took a long, long time. And the younger kids all found their way in science, sports, and history. One became a therapist, one became a journalist. He's a bit of a mystery. Some got married, some divorced. Some have kids who are now grown. I keep up with their exploits, 'cause they text me on my phone. Yeah, I'm riding the New York City subway. I'm staring at the screen. I look up, there's a little boy pestering his mom. She looks all of 19. A lovely girl sporting earbuds next to a young man sporting earbuds too. But they're both staring at screens, and for all we know, she's in Brooklyn, he's in Kathmandu. I want to introduce them to each other and say, kids, open your eyes. Standing right beside you might be a sweet surprise. But I say nothing as the subway rumbles into the dark. But every now and then I remember, as I disembark, that years ago conversation started. Above the clickety-clack, on a train from the Bronx to Manhattan, with two 20-somethings began to chat. And on the day they started talking, everything was new. You gotta look up from your cell phone, so this can happen to you. Until that day, what can I say? They were two young commuters, long before there were computers. Until that day, what can I say? Stars align when love is kindly on display. Thank you for supporting live music. We can't do it without you.
I feel like I know your whole family now, Christine. Thank you for that heartfelt song. It was great. Les Miserables has been produced on Broadway 3 different times, and I wouldn't be surprised if it came back a 4th time after the virus is gone. Broadway will need surefire crowd pleasers to bring audiences back, and few shows are as dramatically and emotionally, not to mention musically, as satisfying as Les Mis. Now, I'm very proud to bring you our next performer singing one of the famous songs from that iconic show. She's performed all over the world, but more recently she decided to make nursing her survival job. She got her credentials literally right before the pandemic hit. She had a real trial by fire right here on the front lines in New York City. So, as a nurse and as a performer, she's an essential worker twice over. Please welcome our local hero, Clara Regula.
On my own, pretending he's beside me, all alone, I walk with him till morning. Without him, I feel his arms around me, and when I lose my way, I close my eyes, and he has found me. In the rain, the pavement shines like silver. All the lights are misty in the river. In the darkness, the trees are full of starlight, and all I see is him and me forever and forever. And although I know that he is blind, that I'm talking to myself and not to him, and although I know that he is blind, still I say there's a way for us. I love him, but when the night is over, he is gone. The river's just a river. Without him, the world around me changes. The trees are barren everywhere, the streets are full of strangers. I love him, but every day I'm learning. All my life, I've only been pretending. Without him, his world will go on turning, a world that's full of happiness that I have never known. I love him. I love him. I love him, but only on my own.
Performed between shifts at the hospital. Thank you, Clara. Now, our next song was written by George and Ira Gershwin for the 1937 movie A Damsel in Distress. Fred Astaire introduced the song, which was later plucked from that movie score to be included in the Tony Award-winning Broadway musical Crazy for You. To perform this enduring Gershwin tune, here's a young man who made his Broadway debut in Dames at Sea and also starred on one of New York City's largest and most celebrated stages in the 2017 Radio City Music Hall Summer Spectacular. Here is Danny Gardner.
Bad news, go away, call round someday in March or May. I can't be bothered now. My bonds and shares may fall downstairs. Who cares? Who cares? I'm dancing and I can't be bothered now. I'm up among the stars, on earthly things I frown. I'm throwing off the bars that held me down. I'll pay the piper when time's a riper. Just now I shan't, because you see I'm dancing and I can't be bothered. Music is the magic that makes everything sunshiny. Dancing makes my troubles all seem tiny. When I'm dancing, I don't care if this old world stops turning, or if my bank is burning, or even if Romania wants to fight Albania. I'm not upset, and I refuse to fret. See, I'm dancing, because you see I'm dancing, because you see I'm dancing.
Always inventive, exuberant, and entertaining, that's our Danny Gardner. Thanks, Danny. Now, our next song is also by the Gershwin Boys, but this song had a far more tortured history on its way to becoming a classic. It was written for their 1924 hit musical Lady Be Good, only to be cut from that score and eventually put in their political satire Strike Up the Band. But the song didn't get to Broadway in that vehicle either. Next, they tried putting it in yet a third musical, Rosalie, and was cut from that one too. But a great Gershwin song can't be denied forever. It was picked up by everyone from Sophie Tucker to the Paul Whiteman Band, and it became a standalone hit song. The song finally made it to Broadway in 2015, when it was added to the musical adaptation of An American in Paris. To sing this beloved Gershwin standard, The Man I Love, here's an internationally recognized jazz star who's had rave reviews from publications as diverse as Downbeat Magazine and the New York Times. Please welcome Gabrielle Stravelli.
Someday he'll come along, the man I love, and he'll be big and strong, the man I love. And when he comes my way, I'll do my best to make him stay. He'll look at me and smile, I'll understand. Then in a little while, he'll take my hand. And though it seems absurd, I know we both won't say a word. Maybe I shall meet him Sunday, maybe Monday, maybe not. Still, I'm sure to meet him one day. Maybe Tuesday will be my good news day. you, and so all else above, I'm waiting for the man I love. Maybe I shall meet him Sunday, maybe Monday, maybe not. Still, I'm sure to meet him one day. Maybe Tuesday will be my good news day. He'll build a little home just meant for two, from which I'll never roam. Who would you? And so all else above, I'm waiting for the man I love.
What a soulful rendition of that great song. Thank you, Gabrielle. Now, I have one more special performance for you, but before we get to that, let me take this opportunity to offer some brief thank yous. My first thank yous to my technical director and digital wizard, Alexander Yakovlev. He's a brilliant young man. Thank you, Alexander. And a special thank you to a woman who is passionate about this music and all of our performers. Her insights are invaluable. She is my wise guiding light. Thank you to my extraordinary wife, Barbara Siegel. And a huge thank you to our more than 250 audience producers who donated so that our performers over 11 concerts so far could be paid. More than that, they made it possible for all of you to see these concerts for free. It's pretty nice of them. And it would be pretty nice of you, too, if you took this opportunity to join our growing list of audience producers to donate yourself. And your donation would be even more impactful now. It would be doubled, like I said, while we have this matching fund offered by Tom and Maren Hood, who are wonderfully generous patrons of the arts. In other words, your support at this moment would be huge. Please don't hesitate. You can donate through the GoFundMe campaign that you've been seeing on the screen occasionally throughout this concert. You can also give directly through either the Venmo or Zelle apps on your phone, if you have them. Or you can give the old-fashioned way with a check by emailing me at siegelentertainment@msn.com. I'll email you back with the information you'll need. We'll put all of those methods up on the screen for you right after our last song and hold them on the screen for you so you have time to write them down. Please help us keep the series going by donating, and all donations will be matched no matter how you send them in. Please support our artists. Our world is a lesser place without them. Believe me, every dollar helps. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here is our last song. It was written in 1955 for a children's choir, but it has since become a classic performed by such stars as gospel singer Mahalia Jackson, country star Vince Gill, and rocker Carlos Santana. To sing it for you now, we have a Drama Desk nominee who has starred in 5 Broadway shows. Please welcome Michael Winther.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. Through some higher power, connected all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Oh, let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Oh, let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Oh, let there be peace on earth, and let